So Dr. Bernard Nathansan, he was the, sorry, the thing's blowing over. Sorry. Dr. Bernard Nathansan, he was known as the keeper of the abortion industry keys, America's abortion king, the father of the modern day abortion industry, because he founded NARAL, which is now called NARAL Pro-Choice America, and he was personally responsible for 75,000 abortions, and then paving the way, the cultural way for culture to accept this whole Roe v. Wade decision, the abortion culture.
Yeah.
And then he ran the largest abortion mill in the world. They were killing about 900 babies a week when they flipped the anti-abortion law in New York, making New York the #1 abortion capital of the world, killing 900 babies a week. And then when we got Roe v. Wade in 1973, he celebrated the Roe v. Wade decision. But what America doesn't know is that about 2 months after the Roe v. Wade decision, he saw the baby on brand new technology. And that technology is what we're so used to today, real-time ultrasound. So on December 1st, 2009, I had the opportunity to go interview him, and he was terminally ill with cancer and so regretful of what he had done to America. And he had hoped in his lifetime Roe v. Wade would have been overturned, abortion would have become illegal, but of course that didn't happen. He died February 2011. But I said, Dr. Nathansan, if you have a message for America, what is it? And he said, teach America the strategy of how he deceived our country, and it's an 8-point propaganda campaign. And then he said, and then tell America that the co-founder of NARAL says to love one another, abortion's not love, stop the killing, the world needs more love, and I'm all about love now. And I shook his hand. I promised him that America's going to know your story and your parting message. Now there's going to be we already have a book. The book was released in September called What If We've Been Wrong? It's at www.abortionking.com. And there's going to be a feature film. I'm working with a very pro-life movie producer, born and raised in Hollywood, understands the movie industry. We're actually looking for investors. When he read my book manuscript a year ago, he called me the next morning. He said he'd stayed up from midnight to 4:30 in the morning reading it, and he said, I have every element in this book to, thank you, I have every element in this book for a feature film that will get beyond just our circle. We have to be able to communicate this kind of a message to people who believe in pro-choice or pro-abortion. They're standing on a foundation of lies. Everything they stand on is a Dr. Nathansan lie. And so it's just time to bust through the lies and love people with the truth. Yeah.
You know, that's for sure. And, you know, one of the things that I really push for, ultimately, the language, the NARAL, the push, the changing of how many women were dying from abortions and all of those statistics that they manipulated this country with, nothing matches what Roe v. Wade and Doe versus Bolton did.
Right.
They decriminalized abortion in this United States of America.
Right.
One of the things that I've been saying is that Congress right there, we need to get them to draft a law that protects all Americans, or pick one of the ones that we already have that already gives us those rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Absolutely.
You know, and so what do you say to Congress? My effort here is to say to Congress, create a law, give it to Donald Trump, put it on his desk, he'll sign it. What do you think?
I think it's a fantastic idea. I mean, it's all the lies before, oh, it's not a baby, we don't know when life begins, all those different things. Science converted Dr. Bernard Nathansan. So if the founder of NARAL Pro-Choice America, who persuaded Planned Parenthood to get into the abortion industry, if he can change his mind, Congress right over here can draft a law and we can get that thing passed. And Donald Trump and Mike Pence have the backbone to support it. They better have the backbone to completely, utterly defund Planned Parenthood. Donald Trump is a businessman. Donald Trump, if you're listening, you're a businessman. We do not need any Planned Parenthood office. It's a complete and utter waste of money. He has all the data. There's so many different women clinics all over the place. We don't need Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Biblically, a seed always replicates its own kind. Margaret Sanger believed in spreading promiscuity. Thank you, Margaret Sanger. Now we have millions of young people who get sexually transmitted diseases every year. And then we have all these unwed mothers, and we have mothers who feel like they have to kill their children, so now we got a culture of destruction. In Nathansan's resignation letter from NARAL, and I'm the only person who has a copy of this other than NARAL and somebody else, but that somebody else gave me a copy. In his resignation letter, Dr. Nathansan warned that as long as abortion is legal, we're going to have increased violence, increased public turmoil, and the disintegration of the American family. So that's the co-founder of NARAL saying, wake up America, you're going down a slippery bad slope for families, for our country. But I believe Donald Trump, Mike Pence, it's going to turn into a pro-life culture. All the lies, they're going to, we have the truth. The truth is on our side. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah.
Well, you bet. And go ahead and promote the site again so people can come to it.
Well, there are two sites for the book. The book is abortionking.com, and then for the ministry, it's a 501c3 educational nonprofit that we bring healing truth to a broken world, and it's called Hosea Initiative, and it's Hosea, Hosea, the number 4, and then YOU, Hosea4You.org. And so we go all over, we teach, we train, and have us come to your community. Thank you. Thank you,
Terry.
much. Okay.